Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ego Tripping and I'm back with another video. I am Bizak with another freaking video. So in today's video, I'm going to show y'all some palettes that I bought in the past few months. It might go back 3 months, but I'm not sure. I know that I haven't purchased any palettes for the month of, was it October? Yeah, I have not purchased any, I haven't purchased any palettes for the month of October. I do have a couple palettes, I believe, from the month of October. And that's only because it came in like in a mystery box. I wasn't supposed to be buying no palettes. Anyhow, I haven't bought any palettes in the past. I haven't bought any palettes in the past 30 days. So
no, the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
That's it. So anyways, let's get into this video. I'm gonna show y'all some swatches. As a matter of fact, let me get my wipes ready. And I'm gonna show y'all these palettes. So I'm gonna show y'all these palettes and let y'all know, do I like it? How was the shimmer shades? I'm just gonna let y'all know all about it. So let's get into this video. Let me shut up. Shut it up. Let's get into it. And this is, I got this in the Slay Glam box right here. This was beautiful. And this right here is definitely gonna have to be a companion palette for me. Like, this isn't a palette that I'll just pick up and be like, ooh, I like an everyday palette. This is not like an everyday palette, everyday wear for me, but it's definitely one of those palettes that you pull out to go along with another palette. These shimmer shades in here are beautiful. They're beautiful. I wasn't vibing with this shade too much, but I think that was that was a me problem. That was a me issue. But the shimmer shades, y'all, it's the regular formula, the regular beautiful Rasha B cosmetic formula. Just stunning, okay? Okay, so there is four of her shimmer shades, and y'all know how her shimmer shades get down. So there's four of the shimmer shades. I love her shimmer shades. They're just so beautiful. They really, really are. Just pretty. I'm gonna be so close. Yeah. So that's the first palette. The mattes are just as beautiful. They really, really are. So, alright, so that's that. I like the palette. I like it. I really, really do. I love the formula. The formula is good, and I have nothing crazy to say because it's a good palette. This palette right here, I got this in Ipsy by Boxy, and this is the Trace Loose Dolce Vita palette. It was an okay palette. The shimmer shades, the shimmer shades are cute. I personally I like a really bold, beaming highlight. Like, what can I say? I like my shimmer shades to be like super beaming and shining and just out there. And it was okay. It's not a bad palette at all, by far. It really is not. Let me see. So there are some for her shimmers. That one didn't show up too good. So they're not bad. They're not bad. It actually looked really pretty. It looked really pretty today. But this, I don't know, y'all. I wouldn't reach for this palette because all of the light shades in here, those pastels, even though it's not a lot of pastels, I just wouldn't reach for the palette because these aren't colors that just flow to me. They're not colors that just They're not colors that make me want to just reach for this palette. Other than that, I can't say anything bad about the palette. I have not tried the cake liners yet. It has 2 cake liners in here, so you wet it and then you can kind of draw your wing eyeline, do some designs or what have you. I don't know, but it's okay palette. Just the color story. The color story is just not. It doesn't pull at my heart. Okay, it just does not. Other than that, the mattes are the shimmer shades are okay, and the mattes blend pretty good. So, and I have 3 more her palettes too, and I have a it was either the first or the second palette of hers that I really like because it's more like a warmer tone, darker palette, something that I lean towards. So, boom, that's the second palette, and this was okay. It was okay. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. It just wasn't. It wasn't my preference. All right, the next palette is this palette right here, and this is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I bought this with my own freaking money, okay? And I did switch out some colors in here to fit my need. Y'all, for some reason, I don't know, for some reason, the palette, I wasn't drawn to it. And I'm just being honest. I love Natasha Denona. I love her formula. I love her shimmer shades. This just wasn't, it wasn't one of my favorites. It was not. I ended up putting a couple darker shades in here to fit my needs because I needed something. She had like one, I think this was it right here because I left that in there and it was silhouette. So this was one color that I was able to use to deepen up the outer V of the eye to give it like a smoky look, you know, deepen it up a little bit. And I wanted some other colors in there, so I put this plum color in there from, I don't even remember what palette that was from, but it was an okay palette. I don't find myself reaching towards it, even though like when I first got it, I kept trying to put looks together, and I was like forcing myself. I was literally forcing myself on a palette, and the palette wasn't pulling. It wasn't pulling on me. So it is what it is. The shimmer shades are beautiful. They are. They're really light and subtle to me. I love Natasha Denona formula anyway, so I can't. There's nothing. These were very shitty swatches, but very pretty. Y'all know, if you don't know, I'm gonna tell you right now. I love Natasha Denona. I love her formula. As a matter of fact, she's one of my favorite makeup artists. She's one of my favorite makeup artists. I love her eyeshadow looks. I love her makeup. Like, I love her stuff. It's just this palette, this I Need a Nude palette, was not for LaDonna. It was not for me. It is what it is. It just wasn't, it wasn't calling to me, okay? So that's the palette. Am I gonna use it? You better believe I am, because I spent my money, but that's that. What can I say? What can I say? So moving on. Next palette was the Laura Geller palette, and this is the Laura's Essential palette. It has it says it has soft satin 6 matte eyeshadows and 2 highlighters. It's broken up in there. Of course, if it's broke, you know it came from Ipsy. They did end up sending me another palette, so I can't even complain. I still can't complain, damn it, because what are you guys doing? But this was a cute little palette. I got a cute little look with this palette. Laura Geller formula is good to me. I like her formula. I used both of her highlighters. They were beautiful. As a matter of fact, let me put some on and tap that back in there. Yeah, she got some. I'm just going right over that, y'all. I like her makeup. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I love her makeup. And like I said, I created a really pretty look. Okay, that's one of her highlights right there. I mean, it's really pretty, right? It's pretty in person. Yeah, I love this little palette. I think it's cute. Um, the mattes blended beautifully. It's a cute little neutral palette. All right, it's cute. So I like this palette. All right, moving on. I think I want to say this palette falls into. I haven't recently bought this palette, but I think it was about like 3 months ago, I would say. So I just put this in here anyways. This is the Magic Mirror by Morphe. And let me just say this. Let me just say this. The palette was okay. And the reason why I say it was okay is because of the shimmer shades. The mattes for me, like with Morphe, they always blend pretty good to me. I have no problems blending their mattes. They blend, they're blendable, they're buildable. It's just the shimmer shades are just so, they're dull to me. The shimmer shades are just dull to me. They don't give me that, you know what I mean? Like that, For some of y'all who don't care about that beaming, super shiny, bright, like I see you coming 10,000 miles away type of highlight. If y'all like a nice, calm, subtle highlight, then you like this palette. But for me, on the other hand, it just wasn't. It was okay, and I will use the palette. I will use the palette. You see how it seemed like it's prettier on the arm than it is on the damn eyes, but it's a pretty palette. So let me stop. It's a beautiful. It is a pretty palette. It's just not shiny enough for me. But damn it, I'm gonna use that palette. It's a pretty palette. It really, really is. It's a pretty palette, and it blends. For me, it blends good. The mattes are beautiful. You can create a beautiful look. For me, there's nothing wrong with this palette. Like, again, the mattes are blendable and buildable, and they nice and soft. I've never had a problem with. I personally never had a problem with Morphe's mattes at all. So yeah, I'm gonna use this palette. I am. I think it's I think it's nice. I feel bad because in the video that I did with my first impressions of the palette, I was saying like I wouldn't spend my money on it, and that's because and I had to take that back, because if I had to buy it all over again, I really would. The palette isn't that much. I think it was like $20 something, but there's so many other palettes out there that that I feel that are better than these, but I want to judge this based on this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to compare, and that's what happens when you start dipping and dabbling with so many makeup palettes and different eyeshadow formulas, is that you know that there's, better mattes, and you know that there's more, softer, more, how can I say it? You just know that there's better mattes out there and better shimmer shades, and it's like, what can I say? You know what I mean? So I think the palette is worthy. I really, really do. Everybody doesn't want a beaming ass shimmer shade on the lid, so it's personal for me. But I like this palette. I'm gonna use it. The mattes blend beautiful. They're buildable, and it is what it is. So I really do like this palette. I really, really do. So next we have the Il Makiage, and I received this, and I think it was it Baxi by Ipsy? I think I did. I received this in the Ipsy by Bax, whatever you want to call it. Very reflective. Here's the palette right here. Now, I think I did one look with this, and it was okay. I gotta try it again, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I need to try this again. The formula is really soft. It's really pretty, but I definitely need to try it again. So let me do another shimmer shade. So there's 3 of the shimmer shades right there. There's 3 of the shades right there. I'm gonna try this palette again. Again, I have not, like I said, I created one look with this palette and I was kind of like, I'm not sure. I don't even remember what I said, but of course y'all know I'm always looking for that beaming ass shimmer shade. What else? I think I did. Yeah, I have to get back with y'all on this palette right here, but I'm definitely gonna give it a shot. I think it's pretty. It's not bad. I'm gonna set her to a side and I'm gonna use it again because I don't like to just use a palette like one time and just be like, oh, I don't like it. I have to try it like it a couple of times, at least three to 4 times before I be like, yeah. So I'm gonna do a look. I'm gonna do another look using this palette because again, I only use this palette one time, and I definitely wanna get a feel for their formula. So I like that, and plus I like the palette. It's a nice neutral palette, and I know the formula not bad because I do have a formula. I do have an Il Makiage palette back there. I think it's a quad, and I did enjoy that, but I haven't used that and it's been a minute. So I'm gonna do a video on that, and then I'll get back with y'all on how I like it. So moving on, the Blend Bunny cosmetic palette, and this is the next one is by Blend Bunny, and it's the Lure palette, and I love this, y'all. Blend Bunny is the shit. Okay, their formula is amazing. It is. Here's the palette right here. This is the back. That's their little logo right there, and it has a 12-month. Yeah, it has a 12-month shelf life. Beautiful palette. Beautiful palette. The shimmer shades are my favorite from Blend Bunny. The matte blend, beautiful. They're buildable. What you see in the pan is what you get on the eye. Like, they're really, really beautiful. The shimmer shades are just, they're soft. You have to be very careful going in because it's a type of shimmer shades that you can kind of move it around a little bit because it's that soft. Like, it's really beautiful. So yeah, these are my favorite. Boom, look at that. These are like these shimmer shades right here. This is what I like. And just because everybody don't have these type of shimmer shades don't mean, like, for me, it doesn't mean it's a bad palette or I wouldn't use that palette or the formula's not good. No, it just means that I just like these other shimmer shades that I like. That wet, out there, like pretty on the eye. I'm in love with these damn formulas. Like, I'm in love with this type of shimmer shade, okay? It just is what it is. It is what it is. Look how pretty that is. Buildable, beautiful. I love that wet look. I just do. I like to look wet. Okay? I love that. And again, the mattes are just as beautiful. The next palette is by Bella Beauty Bar, and it is a smoky glam palette. Y'all, let me just say this. I know I've been doing too many damn videos on this palette right here. Why? Because this right here has become one of my most used palettes. And I'll show you why. First of all, this palette is so freaking stunning, okay? I'm going to dip into the mattes first. The mattes are soft. They're buildable. Like that color, this right here, you just put it on and it just, you put this on your eye and this is the color you get. I love that. And it's so buildable and they blend so beautifully. Like, I freaking love, I love this palette. And look at that black with that shimmer. Now, y'all better shut up. Look. Look at that. Come on. These are the mattes, okay? Blend Bunny is where it's at. I can't even believe it took me this year. Like, I'm just now getting I'm just not finding out about Blend Bunny. Beautiful. Blend Bunny has a beautiful, wonderful formula. I don't know. I don't know who's in these shimmer shades. The shimmer shades will take you up out of here. So, okay, so in these I'm getting hyped up. Let me bring it down a notch. The silver shades like down here are gorgeous. You hear me? Gorgeous. I'm talking about just beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. And these pinks, y'all, they so pretty. I love Bella Beauty by. I tell you what. Any palette that they come out with, I'm gonna have to snatch it up. But look at that. Let me show y'all something. Look at that. And which other one? I don't know which one I did. I don't know if I did that one already. So yeah, that's just look. Y'all look at that. Gorgeous. If y'all have not tried Blend Bunny, you should. I promise. Look at that. Just gorgeous. And this right here, so beautiful. That's why I've been using it. I've been using the hell out of this palette. I love this palette. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm in love. They're so pretty. I don't even want to wipe this off. Like, I've been loving. Y'all hear me? I've been loving. I know I sound like a little kid, but it is what it is. I love this. Look at that. That on the eye? Y'all better show. Oh, let me show you. Hold on. Before I wipe this off. This shade right here called Satin Sheets. Let me show y'all this. Just beautiful. My finger was kind of wet too. So this is Satin Sheets. This alone on the eye looks so beautiful. You can wear this alone on the eye. Just beautiful. Look how pretty that is. Gorgeous, right? What y'all think? What do y'all think about that palette? I mean, come on now. I have nothing bad to say. Like, this palette is just, it's amazing. It's beautiful. I've been loving it, and that's the palette. That's the palette I've been picking up and putting on my eyes, y'all. So yeah, this is right here. This is it. This is the stuff, okay? I love this. Also by Blend Bunny. I forgot about this one. Shut up. I forgot. So this is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Forget Me Not palette. And this is the versatile eye and face palette. Now, I really, I like this palette. I do. I like this palette. I thought that I was going to... Actually, I have not dipped back off into this palette ever since I did the video. But it's a pretty palette. First of all, the shimmer shades right here, which you can use for a highlight as well. And the shimmer shade, I believe. I don't know. Well, hell, I do. I forget what they say. But I know these are highlights. I put them on I don't know. Was it... I think it is for highlights. This is a versatile palette. So it's definitely for... You can use it for a highlight or shimmer shades. Either way I go, with my eyeshadow palettes, I use the shimmer shades for a highlight. I mean, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? What other? Okay, this one right here. But these right here, these shimmer shades down at the bottom are beautiful. Look at that. This ain't doing it no justice, but beautiful. They gorgeous. I could have swatched that out a little bit more. Which one was that? I think that was that one. Anyways, beautiful. Look, y'all, look at that. Look at, just beautiful. Talk about beaming. They're beautiful. Now, as far as like, hold on, let me wipe this off. As far as like using this for a face palette, As far as using this for a face palette, I tried to use this pink. Like, as far as using it for a face palette, I wouldn't use it for a face palette. I thought that I was going to be able to wear these brown tones for like bronzer, contour, which I don't really contour that much. This shade right here, I thought I was going to be able to use for a contour, which I probably can. I think, what was wrong with this? Let me see. I think it pulled, this right here is too, it kind of put a little, it pulls a little red. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, a contour is dark. Like, I need a dark contour. This, I mean, if I wanted to, I can get away with it, but it's just not for me. It's more of a cooler tone. I don't know. It's just, it's a no. Like, I wouldn't use this. I'll use them for eyeshadows. Like, I couldn't use it. Let me show you some of the browns. So here's some of the browns. Yeah, here's some of the browns right here. You see what I'm saying? Like, these wouldn't work for me, for my skin tone. It just wouldn't look right. Yeah. But I still love the palette. I would definitely use them for I will use it for eyeshadow. I thought like in the video, I thought that I was gonna be able to use it for like bronzer. Put it like this: if I had no other palettes, like if I didn't have any bronzers or any type of contour, I can definitely get away with like using this shade right here for contour. These are not warm enough for me to use as a bronzer. When I have a bronzer, it's supposed to be a little warmer. These are too cool. You know what I'm saying? This is too dark. These are too cool for me to use as a bronzer. So I don't think this was like, these aren't going to be suitable for my skin tone as far as like the bronzy part. The contour, I can probably get away with this. And this is like, yeah, this is definitely can't contour the black, that's for sure. So the only thing, yeah, this wouldn't work for me. And then I would definitely like use this white. This white in here is like white. Like a really pretty, like, come on now. You better shut your mouth. Like, I love that white. You want to create you a nice look and then add that white on it. Just beautiful. I would use this definitely for, just particularly for my eyes, not for my face. But it's Blend Bunny. I love their formula, and that's that. Okay, that's that. Okay, moving on. We only got a few palettes left. There with me, okay? I also received this in the Ipsy, Boxy by Ipsy. I was blown away. I'm not even gonna front. This palette right here, this have been one of my go-tos too. I've been using this palette, to be honest. I have. I've been using this palette because it's so freaking pretty. It really is. I don't mess with Iconic London. I got 2 of their other palettes, and those palettes been sitting in the drawer forever. When they sent it, actually, I'm gonna put it like this. When I seen that I was getting this palette by Iconic London, I was pissed. I'm like, I don't even like their formula. And I end up getting it. I'm like, well, let me try it out, because I like to try out different looks. Y'all know how I do. I'll try out, I love the color story. When I got the palette, I'm like, let me just do a look, because I pulled it out, and I'm like, damn, like I really was blew back because the color story was beautiful. So when I started to create the look and use the eyeshadow, I'm like, I love this. Like, I really like this. And Iconic London formulas, I've used it before, and it was never something that I loved. You know what I'm saying? The shimmer shades could be a little bit more pigmented, but I don't know. I'm loving the color story, and I'm loving their formula. I had no problems whatsoever blending this formula, so I don't know. I don't know if they revamped the formula. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that this palette is the shit. I like this, and I've been pulling it out, doing eye looks, creating pretty looks. It blends, it builds, it's beautiful. I love it. So, okay, Iconic London, I see you. Because y'all other palettes was not all that. They was not blending great to me, in my opinion. They wasn't all that. This right here, y'all did a damn good job with this palette, for real, like for real. Here, and this is another Russia B cosmetic palette. I am still yet to do this. I would have to use a companion palette with this. Wouldn't be like an everyday palette, but these are freaking stunning. If y'all have not tried this formula, you should. You really should. So there it is. Let me show y'all some swatches and get up out of here. Those are so pretty. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This right here, this color right here would be so beautiful. Like, I'm gonna create a look. This is a beautiful palette. And then, did I show you? Let me see. Let me do this one. And the matte. This is the only matte in there, but look at that matte. Y'all better shut up. Look at that. Come on now. Look at that. Good formula. Good. Rasha got good formula. Y'all say what y'all want to say. She got good formula. So those are the palettes that I have bought in the past, what, 2 to 3 months, I would say. That's it. So yeah, let me know if y'all have tried any of those palettes that I've showed y'all. Thank y'all for being here with me. I appreciate y'all so much. Yeah. So that is it for this video. Please give me a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see all you beautiful, blessed people in my next video. I am iamegotripn. And I'm out. Bye, y'all.